Life, I will just say, life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. So even though you are stuck in this route or stuck in this feeling of like not knowing what you want to do, not knowing who you want to be, you have the ability to create who you are. Okay, you have the ability to create your image, your brand, whatever you want to do with your life. So what's up, you guys? Welcome back to T.A.Y Brand's mental health videos. I'm so sorry about this lighting today, but my camera literally, for some reason, just like completely malfunctioned. So we're gonna be filming this off of my phone. Prompt, this was actually from a question from one of you guys. It's not losing yourself in the process of loving someone else. So I just want to first start off by saying that I think we have all been in relationships when in the relationship, after we've broken up with that person, and it probably happens after like a toxic relationship, but after we've broken up with that person, we realize that we put so much and poured so much into that person that we really neglected ourselves at the end of the day. We didn't do no self-love. We didn't do no self-talk. We didn't fully prep ourselves in order to be sustainable within a relationship. Hard thing to get over once you've realized that, you know, you've done it. Like once you realize after you've gotten out of the relationship, you're like, dang, like now I have to like go through all this work within myself to really, you know, find myself. But life, I will just say, life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. So even though you are stuck in this route or stuck in this like feeling of like not knowing what you want to do, not knowing who you want to be, you have the ability to create who you are. Okay, you have the ability to create your image, your brand, whatever you want to do with your life. So life is not about finding yourself, is about creating yourself. So when you found that you have lost yourself or are in that like predicament where you don't know who you want to be or what, you know, just know that this is the first stepping stone into getting to where you want to be. You know, if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to, you know, own your own business, if you want to do X, Y, and Z, it's just those are the first steps that you are taking in order to get to that place. This question, I want to first start off by saying not losing yourself in the process of loving someone else. In order to not lose yourself in the process of loving someone else, there needs to be some things that needs to be established. The first thing that you need to establish within yourself is who you are. What are you going to do? Why are you getting into the relationship? Do you need to be in a relationship right now? Are you in a stable point in your life where you can be in a relationship? I written down right here, was my person's self-love constructed before the relationship began? Do you love yourself? Do you know yourself? Do you know your favorite foods? Do you know your favorite colors? Like, you know, that might sound silly, but like literally, like, do you know yourself? Do you know who you are inside and out, so that when you get into this relationship, since you know your values, your boundaries, who you are, this person is gonna learn those things and that person is gonna respect those things. So now we're gonna get into my water analogy. So let's say that this is you and this is the other person within your relationship. So let's say that you have a lot of love, and you know, you're kind of like a people pleaser. So you like to give your partner, you know, whatever they want. You're always there for them. And you just have like a lot of love for yourself, right? Or a love for them. And this is your like love monitor, and just like how much you're willing to give monitor, right? And then this is them, you know, roughly about the same percentage. So let's say that some years go by and your monitor starts to go down, and their monitor, because you're giving them so much of attention and affection, their monitor goes up and yours goes down. So yours goes down because you are not, you know, you are giving them more love than you are giving yourself. Find a lack within yourself because you're not giving yourself as much attention as you did. Of course, you're not going to give yourself a lot of attention when you're, or enough attention when you're in a relationship versus when you're single, right? So when you're single, you're giving yourself all the attention. But when you get into a relationship, you have to find the balance. You have to find the balance within a relationship so that you can give to them, but you are still giving to yourself. So that way your water will still be full as well. And finding that balance is like, what do you like to do? You know, what are you willing to do within the relationship? So if you like, you know, reading, then find time within, you know, your relationship to read. If you like playing volleyball, find, you know, a little volleyball, I was about to say class. Find a little volleyball, like, people that, you know, can help you. Or, you know, just like, what is it called? A volleyball team. Why? Girl, I play volleyball. Like, what am I doing? A volleyball team. Or just, you know, finding something else that you are doing for yourself. Because, yes, it is okay to give to the significant other. It is okay. Of course, that's what you want to do. That's what relationships are for. But it becomes a problem when you are giving them so much that your love meter is going down and you have nothing to give to yourself. That's why sometimes when, like, let's just say that this relationship didn't work, that is why you feel like you have lost yourself, or you feel like you know, gave and gave and gave and gave, and the only reason that you feel that way, or you feel like you've lost yourself, is because your meter was all the way down here when you got out the relationship. So that's just like a little analogy. I don't know if this made any sense, but hopefully it did. And hopefully this is kind of giving you like a more clear picture of what my prediction of losing yourself in a relationship means. I also did a lot of research, so I think that is why. And you know, there are so many different tells of like why believe in like your goals anymore if you don't chase after them. There's so many things that can contribute to that. So that's why you have to find a balance. You have to find what you like to do. And if you can't do what you like to do within the relationship, then maybe that is something dealing with the relationship. If your lover or your partner is not allowing you to pursue what you want to do, then I'm sorry, but maybe it's time for a new partner, because they should be willing to let you work on yourself as well while being in a relationship. But you do not have to break up with someone to fix this level meter or whatever. But you know, sometimes I feel like you do have to get out of situations in order to fix this, because the only way you can truly love yourself and know yourself is when you are single. Because no matter what, you're always continuing to give this other person. Not saying that you can't love yourself while being in a relationship, which you can, but if you want to truly love yourself, then maybe just give it a break. I'm not saying, you know, break up or nothing, but, you know, if that's what you want to do, then, you know, take that route. I also want to mention that I think people, like, they think, how do I say this? They think that losing yourself has, like, of course, like, when you hear that, it's such, like, a bad connotation. But I would actually argue that losing yourself is a good thing. Think about successful people. Successful people failed in order to succeed, okay? So they did things that were complete failures, always brought them to their end goal. I feel like you can never be successful unless you have been somewhere where you do not want to be anymore. So let's say that you've hit rock bottom. Most people who are successful have hit rock bottom, and the reason why they are successful is because they never want to hit rock bottom ever again, right? So you need to go through a state in your life, like let's say that you're stuck. Sometimes you have to stay stuck, and sometimes you have to go through that tough time in order to see the better side of it. And sometimes we have to get hit 1, 2, 3, 4 times in order for it to make sense in our mind that this is not where I want to be, you know? This is a state of my life that I do not want to be at, and I want to be greater. I want to be better. And sometimes you just have to keep going through the same exact thing in order to be better. So I would argue that losing yourself is actually a good thing, because now you are in a situation where you don't like it. When we don't like something, our natural body says, I don't like this, I want to escape, I want to get out. So if your natural body's instinct is like, I don't want to be here, I want to get out, I want to go, that's what your body is going to do. So ultimately you are going to seek better within yourself. So don't take losing yourself as a bad thing. Take it as a growing and a self-development experience so that you can get to where you want to be in life. Okay? If you are in a relationship, or you are maybe thinking of getting into a relationship, I think you should do just self-talks with yourself, or journaling, and just figure out what you like to do. What gives you purpose on this earth? Even if you don't feel like you have a purpose, what do you like to do? What do you enjoy doing? Who are you? I really think that you should write out the prompts, who are you? And answer that question, like, who am I, right? And I think these questions are really good to understanding your principles, your values, and who you are, so that when you get into a relationship, that person can understand you, and that person ain't gonna, sleaze. But no, it will give you a better power of loving yourself while loving someone else. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry for the crappy lighting. Definitely give me some more video ideas in the comments, and I will see y'all in the next one.